RealAgriculture.com's coverage of Cropweek 2012 in Saskatoon is brought to you by Nodulator XL, accelerated performance, accelerated yield, and Cantera Seeds, yes you can, and FarmLink Marketing Solutions, market analysis works. Okay, we're joined right now on RealAgriculture.com by Carl Potts. He's the new Executive Director for SAS Pulse as of December. Welcome to Carl.
Thanks.
So Carl, when you look at the pulse market from a Saskatchewan perspective, what do you see as the big opportunities in Saskatchewan for pulses?
Well, I see an opportunity for us to continue to be very competitive into our existing markets like India, Bangladesh, China, be major suppliers and very cost-effective suppliers into those markets. But I think there's also a huge opportunity to have increased use of pulses in processed food products by food companies that want to increase health and nutrition profile of their pulses.
So in your strategic plan, you have a plan for 7 million acres by 2020 or 2025?
2025,
2025. Yeah. Is getting it into more processing situations, is that how we get there? How do we get to 7 million acres?
Well, that's part of it. I think it's continuing to make strong investments, as this organization has a good history of, in the areas of research and development, developing good varieties that growers want to grow, that are profitable for growers to grow, but also expanding the demand for those pulses in Asia, in the Middle East, in North Africa, in a lot of our traditional markets. But the opportunities with food companies, I think, is another area where we can take that to the next level, where consumers can be consuming pulses without even really knowing them.
Yeah. So SAS Pulse focuses obviously on market development, but at the same time also focusing on agronomy. Where are we at with agronomy? We have a lot more to learn and to research in terms of growing pulses in Western Canada?
Yeah, we do. SPG has made some major additional investments in agronomy research over the course of 5 years. Nearly $1 million of additional research money into those sorts of areas. So, traditionally we would spend more than 50% of our budget on research and development, but we're also expanding our work into market development work. We're launching some real interesting work related to promoting Canadian lentils, starting within Canada and within North America, but looking to take that message broadly down the road.
You traveled extensively to the Middle East, through Asia. How are Canadian pulses viewed? Is there a lot of room for demand for our product?
Yeah, there is. I think the appetite for pulses in those areas of the world is growing. Population is growing, incomes are rising, and so the demand for pulses overall is very good and very strong. I think Canada has demonstrated, and Saskatchewan in particular has demonstrated, that we can be very competitive into those markets. I think quality of our products is generally quite well received. In some years where we have production difficulties, excess rain or frost or those sorts of things, there are issues with Canadian quality that our processors and marketers need to work through to ensure that we're delivering the right quality to customers internationally. Lots of opportunities.
Is there a certain challenge that Pulses has in terms of achieving some of these aggressive targets?
Well, I think the strong returns for other Canadian crops that Saskatchewan farmers can grow, like cereals, oilseeds, canola, is a crop that has expanded the acreage very significantly in Saskatchewan. So a major challenge, I think, for the Canadian pulse industry will be to maintain and grow acres in the context of other good cropping options for farmers. The other thing that we have our eye on is global competition, and where the next wave of supply and potential competitors of pulses are globally, and that could be in South America, that could be in former Soviet Union countries. So I think that's important reason why we need to continue to focus on some of these higher value market opportunities, where we can have maybe a bit of a unique role in that marketplace, rather than only focusing on markets where we're the lowest cost supplier.
When you look at those new competitors, the potential new competitors that could be battling Canadian pulses in the global trade, does Canada have a certain advantage over them? Obviously, it's experience. Would be one of them. But is there any other advantages that we have in terms of our pulse production over them?
I think the reputation of the Canadian industry and Canadian exporters is strong. You know, we have decades of years of experience supplying customers, and that level of trust and confidence that's built up over the years is something that maybe new entrants don't have as much of. But yeah, that's a major strength I think our industry has.